Yes, I do. I have Tommy on my lap. He's a tom-tom.
So, remember how last time, if you watched my last episode, remember how last time I was like, oh, I can't play my kids because there's no adult? Well, I decided, no, I'm in build mode right now, so I don't have live mode right now. I need an adult. I need an adult. I am an adult in order to play my kids. So it goes with their storyline to have an adult trapped, and I will show you what I mean. But right now, we are building the fence around the abandoned warehouse. Um,
And I have a rat on my lap, and he does so cute.
and we're just working on the outside. I've pretty much finished the inside, aside from some recolors I might have to do because some things are a little too bright, and I might change this ground too. I'm trying to go for like a Wayward City look, and it just doesn't help that everything else is sand! It's like I figured out how to replace the grass on the other two worlds, but not this.
What, Tom-Tom? Oh, it's just my baby. He feels so nice. He feels so good. He was sick, but now he feels so good. Shut up.
So, I suppose I should explain Paradise Lost. So, their name is based off of a documentary, a set of 3 documentaries about the West Memphis Three who were wrongly accused, teenagers wrongly accused of murdering 3 8-year-olds for satanic ritual because these kids wore black and listened to Metallica. Yeah, there was no evidence against them, that they had no proof at all that they were involved in any way. And one of them was put on death row, and he was going to die because that's what happens when you're put on death row. And he had a son and everything. He got married. You're allowed to do that when you're in prison and stuff, but he didn't get released. They all didn't get released until 20 years later. And that was because they found new evidence that proved that they weren't involved. But the only way that they could get out is with I don't remember what it's called. An Andrews plea? I don't remember what it's called, but it's where you admit that you did it. Aw, man. Aw, crap. Okay. You admit that you did it, even though you didn't do it, and,
Tommy, what? Okay, you need to go run around some more.
and you say it would be in the court's and best interest if, I don't know, look it up. It's, I used to remember what it was, but, so, yeah, it's complete injustice. And when you watch the documentary, if there are those of you out there who can tell if somebody's lying by their facial expressions, by looking at their eyes, you know that these kids were telling the truth the entire time. They didn't do anything. It was a modern day witch hunt. So I named these kids after those documentaries because even though they're not wrongly accused of stuff, and they did actually do some stuff wrong, I have their bios written down and everything. Basically, their innocence was taken away, that making and forcing them to uh, uh, become a cult. So basically, none of them are related to each other, and in one way or another, they were basically quote unquote uh the word is on the tip of my tongue. Come on, Reitanna, you know how to speak. Come on. Betrayed? Yeah. betrayed by adults, whether it's their parents or, whatnot. So, and, in Wayward City, that kind of thing is really, really, really common. And they ended up finding each other, and the leader is the eldest. His name is Sydney. He's the one with long red hair and a leather jacket. And he basically made these kids into his family and have convinced them that the only way that they can survive is to try and get rid of the adults, not understanding that they will be adults someday too. And so they go around the city to steal food and whatnot, and I keep twitching. Sorry, I have a bad habit of shaking and twitching. Damn it! And they steal food and they steal money, and they scavenge around in the trash to look for things like blankets and pillows and toys and whatnot. And every so often, if an adult comes close to their warehouse, they will kidnap him and bring him down to the very belly of the warehouse and, I don't know, keep him or kill him, do something really bad to him. So, that's just a roundabout way of saying I hate sauerkraut. So, in order to play my kids, I gave them an adult. And I trapped him. Oh yes. And I made him really, really sad. He's actually a demon. I gave him horns and a tail. I was like, I'm sick and tired of all these humans. Because in Wayward City there's, actually in Encephalon alone there's all sorts of different creatures and stuff. Just the criminals decide to live in Wayward City because basically everything's legal there. Almost everything, and even with the things that aren't legal, it's kind of hard to get in trouble. And laws are pretty strict in the other two quadrants, so oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. And I just know this fence is gonna take forever. I wanted to make my own, fences and stuff, but Sims 4 Studio doesn't have that yet. I found out you can recolor chimneys, but you can't do fences, and you can't do, what are they called? They can't do, spandrels. Spandrels! Can't do spandrels. So, yeah, it sucks. But, I don't know. I'm wondering if, the Sims Workshop from the Sims Resource can do it. That doesn't make much sense, does it? Oh, I need you. Of course. It was so obvious. Ooh, did you snap, perfectly? Yes, thank you. Anyway, I wonder, because other people have made, their own, fences and stuff. I have glass fences that somebody made, and I'm like, how did you do that? So, but last time I tried working with Workshop, it, I don't know, it wouldn't work. It wasn't updated or something. And I'm disappointed that this chain link fence was the only one lying down because it has the barbed wire, and I didn't want to build one with the barbed wire for reasons that I don't really remember, but whatever. Maybe I'll... I don't know what I'm doing. So obviously, I gotta open it up for them. So I'm gonna build over here. Of course you don't snap. Of course! Why would you? I know I'm doing a stream a lot earlier than I usually do, but I figured, I'm doing it right now, so I might as well record while I'm at it. Even though I'm very tired and I have a headache. Yes, Reitanna, just complain the entire video? We totally want to hear that, the audience said in sarcasm. Why are you guys always mean to Mike and I? You guys are just so mean. It's awful. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's like the more I look at the ground, the more I don't like it. You know what, let's go ahead and just erase it for right now. Pop. I wanna customize all of the default world textures. It's not fair. Oh. Hello. I should actually put my rat back. He probably needs some water, so hang on. Okay. So it's like, I found somebody who had made default replacement grasses and stuff. So I was able to go in and change the textures to those to make my own. There's a couple of problems. One, it seems like the default textures are also for the worlds that I have not unlocked because I don't have any expansion or stuff packs or whatnot. And two, both the other two worlds have the same grass textures, so I can't differentiate, I can't make one with Smilesville grass and one with normal Clearwater Park grass. So I'm like, well, what do I do there? And then two, it doesn't replace the sand in this world. So I don't know how to do that kind of programming stuff. So it's like, there's gotta be a tutorial or something. I don't know. Let's see. Where did I have all of these? What are you things? Do you have any holes? You have holes. Clocks go out and I can't be saved. I don't know why I started singing that. I'm weird. That's okay, Reitanna. We wouldn't like you any other way. It's your weirdness that keeps us entertained. I'm glad that you are entertained by my, negative idiosyncrasies. Wow! Idiosyncrasies! That was bad! Is there a rewind button on this live stream that I could go back and take that out? My goodness. I'm tired. I'm really, well, I'm always tired, but I'm seriously, like, really tired. Reitanna, I think we got it the first time. No, you don't understand how seriously tired I am. I'm so tired. Then why are you doing this? Because I have money to make, I have bills to pay, wait a minute. Okay. And stuff. Wait a minute. No, yeah, that's right. That is right. Okay. So that's the little opening. What happened is they probably had the fence would be around here, and Sydney is the first one to have found the abandoned warehouse, and he would have been the one to kick down the fence and stuff. I retextured this bus stop because it was too clean. And there was a Silent Hill. I found a bunch of Silent Hill stuff. So there was a Silent Hill map right here, or not actually on here, but I had a Silent Hill 2 map and I put it right there. And then I had to retexture these maps, and the bus sign, and the windows to make them all dirty. Then I have a... Can I change the color of the phone? The phone? The phone. Okay. I'm waiting for that error to pop up. I've got a mailbox, some newspaper stands, this thing. I found an old actual working mailbox. So that's why. Did I have these out here for a reason? It doesn't matter, doesn't matter, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care. You know what, I might as well go and show you the inside. So I'm actually going to make it nighttime so that all the lights work in their proper way. So this is the first level. I'm going to use the Sims 3 camera. It would probably help better if I were in live mode, but I also had to retexture these windows because they were originally wood, but I wanted them to be metal, so I added textures onto them. What I do when I retexture things that are other people's that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to distribute is I just add swatches to their packages, so I'm like, you know, I know that it's not mine, in case I forget, because I'm very forgetful. And I also recolored this garage. And I found, you know, also you can't recolor stairs, but somebody's made working stairs all grungy and awesome. I found all these car parts, and I'm like, all this machinery is perfect. It is perfect for a freaking abandoned factory, because I'm like, abandoned factory? But what kind of factory? I don't know. There's little plug-ins around here. There's propane tanks. One is knocked over. A trash can that's not actually a functioning trash can. What? Briquettes? I don't know what briquettes are. They have something to do with cars, I think. A radio, some cigarettes, this thing, some books, alcohol, because Wayward City is the only place where, you know, that stuff isn't regulated. A bucket. Let's see. I don't exactly know what this machine is, but I put it there because machines. And some broken shelves. This is actually a pornography magazine. Luckily, I can show it because the front isn't, you know, bad. It's it's one of Hard Candy's magazines. Now, I'm not, like, sexualizing the kids or anything. A lot of this stuff was already here. So, most likely, they might, because of the fact that they've lost their innocence and where they live, they might know a little bit about that stuff, but I can't imagine them, you know, getting, you know, like that, because I think, in a way, because of my desire to not sexualize kids, I would make them not want to do anything that adults do, except for perhaps drink and smoke, because, you know, they're bad kids. So they were probably already doing that before they, you know, left home and stuff. So that is that. Tires everywhere. Oh. I also retextured some of these nice bathroom signs. Now this one's grimy. That's it. Let's go into the bathroom. These are working toilets. I kind of wish that they had a door, but I mean, these are Silent Hill toilets. And when I found them, I was like, oh, cool! Because I made my own stalls with half walls, and it just looked awful. It really did. Let's take down the walls for a moment so I can show you this part. This is part of the ceiling. I put up some wires to this broken bulb here. It's not like totally broken, it still kind of works, but you could see the wires hanging and such. But something happened here before they got here. So there are a few things that happened here before they even got here, and one is one of the warehouse workers got shot multiple times. So let's put the walls back up. And I retextured these mirrors. They're one of EA's mirrors, but the dirt I put on the mirrors isn't there. So I'm not sure if that's something I have to work on in Blender or not. You got a hand blow drying machine thingy. You got a thing, you know, where you get like tampons and pads and stuff. And then for whatever reason, this sink is all bloody. And this mirror isn't quite as rusted as the other two. There's the light switch. And, go in. You can see, like, questionable substances on the floor here. Use your imagination. This is the second floor. Now, the light bulbs aren't as, some of them don't work as well. This is a working bed. Made out of trash. It was a lot of hard work trying to find crappy beds. Here's a broken tricycle, and the bed is sitting on like boxes and newspapers, gas cans, stuff like that. Teddy bear. Here's a box. Now, I retextured this counter fridge and these EA counters. The counter fridge is not mine, but I cloned it to take away the shine, and it didn't work. It doesn't have a specular map, so I tried taking away the specular in Blender, and I'm like, maybe I should just make it shadeless, because it is so much brighter than the counter. It is reflecting light like a mofo. So, yeah. And then there's a gun, a music box. I don't know if the music box actually works. Some cans and a box. And you have more windows up here. Some posters. I believe this is also a working bed. Got some grimy dolls, some kids' drawings that they probably did. So that's a nice creepy doll right there. There's a grimy doll, a can, and a notebook. I might actually add textures to the notebook. A toy horse, some more boxes. This is not a working bed. It is just a mattress. Some more cans, another doll on some newspapers. This is not a working anything. It's just there for show. Put some pillows hanging off of it, some grimy shoes, toys, trash. Trash, trash, trash. A broken bicycle, whereas there's also a mangled bicycle out here. It's not quite broken, but it's mangled. This one's actually like broken. A table and a chair. I'm almost positive that this is a working mattress. I don't think it's the same one as the one over here. Let's see. Stains? No, it's not the same one. I don't actually remember if it's working or not, but I put a blanket hanging over it. Another toy, some boxes, some wood. If you notice down here, there's a fire exit door. And up here is a fire exit door, but this one won't actually work because it's up here, and these are not working stairs. These are decorative stairs. So, oh, and if you notice the outdoor lights, the lights are rusty. And you could see how some of them work and some of them don't. This mattress is a working chair. Then you got some random canteen, doll. This TV is a working TV, so I don't know how they managed that, especially since I don't see any plugins or outlets. They figured it out somehow. Some trash. And that's it for the second floor. I'm not finished with outside, but is that a mannequin or a person? and a shovel, some trash. This is a working fireplace. You know what? I'm gonna take this out because I have one downstairs. So there's some wood, which I might retexture because this one, I don't know. It looks... Oh, I remember. I had not used this color because it matched with the ground. Okay, and maybe I can actually have it that color now. Fire escape. A hose. A vent, sewer thingy. And a... No. Oh! I retextured one of EA's vents. And then there's this. And then there's this, which I actually had to put a window there in order to put this decor there. It was not easy. Barrels! They look so tiny, but then I remember how small the Sims are. The Sims are about 1 square, so they're not actually that tiny. Let's go to the next level! Let's go over to... Here are the stairs. So they would come down here. And I also found some grungy fire alarms. So, or smoke detectors. Whatever. So there's some baskets right there. Light switch. Let's take a closer look at these stairs. Aren't they nice? They're so nice. Got some cracks in the floor and the walls. Got a water heater that's leaking something. Is that rusty water or is it bloody water? And then there's a pipe and a fuse box. And this is one of EA's doors that I retextured because I wanted to use this custom door, but whoever made these custom doors, it's like I try to set it here, right? And it says must be placed on wall. Wall. It's like it's missing its footprint or something. Okay. And then we go into some halls. Now, we have some crime scene tape in this room, and this room also has another door, which I took a single strip of the crime scene tape, and I made it so that it looks like it's been torn off, so that with that other tape, the door might actually not be usable, but this door would be, which is good because the working stove is in here. So I had to go in and rip it up and stuff, and I'm surprised it worked because the mesh was really weird. Oh, hey, there's a body bag! What else is over here? There's a hole, and there are more stairs. So let's actually go into this room. This room tells a story. Now, this was like this before they got here. So we've actually got, here's some ceiling lights. We've actually got a working closet and a working bed. This mirror is tipped. I don't know what those posters are supposed to be. Probably something, probably some Silent Hilly. Got some clothes. This has been knocked down for some reason. There's some cobwebs. The TV's broken for some reason. Got a nasty old couch with a medical kit underneath the pillow. Got a bunch of drugs and cigarettes. So some needles, some pills, cigarettes, and a picture frame. And then up here, you got like laundry stuff. But what's interesting is the kitchen. Now, this fridge does not work, which is why I wanted to use that counter fridge. Then we got some cupboards up here. This stove works. And we got some dishes. We got some really dirty dishes, some alcohol. That hammer's out for some reason. There's a pot down here for some reason, and a bunch of trash. And what's going on over here? Let's see. There are some broken chairs. There's a couple knives sticking out the wall, and there's blood. And then we see a bunch of blood on the floor with a knife that I might actually retexture to make it look like it stabbed somebody. And there are footsteps walking away from the blood. And then you see handprints and more blood, which suggests that the person fell and died right there. So got stabbed right there. Somebody was throwing knives at him. A couple missed. One got him. They probably, whoever used the knife would have come up and like stabbed them a bunch more times, because you know the one stab would be just the, oh hey, I stabbed you, now you're, you know, not, now you're vulnerable, blah blah blah, and then probably left them for dead, and they tried to get up to find a phone or something, which I do not have a phone. I'm surprised at the lack of phones in this game, probably because they have cell phones. The only cell phone decor I have are little teddy bear phones. I might have to find a different phone to like put it right on the table or something. So yeah, and they collapsed. Or maybe, oh no, they were going for the medical kit. Yes, that's perfect. They were going for the medical kit and they died. The end. So this was an actual crime scene. It's uncertain whether this crime is related to the one upstairs. Now, here's another retextured bathroom sign. This one has blood on it. So, this is a bathroom. This is a working toilet. I don't think this is a working sink. Let me see. No, it is not a working sink. So we got some grime, cupboard, another rusty mirror, got a laundry chute, and for some reason there's a hospital IV here, an extremely rusty and bloody one. This is a working trash can. There's questionable icky green and brown stuff all over the place, questionable white stuff on the walls.
There's a rat. I found a bunch of little rats, and I was so happy about the rats.
No toilet paper. That toilet is disgusting. Sometimes I have nightmares about overflown and dirty toilets, and it's usually when I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, but like I have an extremely strong bladder, so obviously it waits until I'm actually awake, especially since I have to take sleepy meds. But like I have these dreams about these toilets, and I'm just like, ugh, why? What do these mean? Here's a hat and some tools, and this is a gurney. What's the reason for that? And there's possibly blood, possibly something else on the wall. There's a wheel there for some reason. And there is a cart with a box. I have to hiccup. It's gone. Some briquettes and a flame torch. I have to sneeze now. Over here, the door's open. There's not really much of a crime scene. Really, the story that this tells is somebody was studying something. Something was going on here. They were studying something. There's a hole in the wall. They were studying something, and maybe they knew something that other people didn't, so they got kidnapped. So that's why there was a struggle in here, but not necessarily much, stuff goings on. This is probably rust or something from afterward. So right here we have a meat grinder, fallen chairs, a mannequin heads, a radio, a package, a gun, some drugs, some rubber gloves, cabinets, a microscope, a pipe, a fan, which is overly rusted, and a folder, which I might retexture that folder to put classified on it or something, and then this torn apart couch and a heater. So, and I believe, or maybe that's downstairs, one of these is supposed to not be working at all. It might be this one. I don't know. Okay. Now if we look way over here, it says, "I will find you." Who wrote that? Who were they talking to? We don't know. Then over here is a broken, bloody, and rusty table. Why? We don't know. And then this. Because in Silent Hill, there's always some random grating in places where it shouldn't be, so I decided to go with that. This is definitely Silent Hill inspired. Now in here, this is a shower room, which gets locked. So, it's like, the employees here probably were not very well taken care of. Some of them obviously had to live here. And, so they would provide, showers and stuff, but they'd probably either leave them in here way too long or not leave them in here long enough. So
It's a rat. There's a rat right there.
we got a rusty pipe, some rusty showers, which work, by the way. They are functional. Some blood or rust, and a skeleton with the word help written nearby. And I'm actually going to retexture the skeleton. I retextured one skeleton in the floor below, and I took some of these cage lights and I made them rusty. So these are EA's cage lights. So that's this floor and the last floor. Let's start over here. Alright, so there are hardly any lights here. I believe these lights are both broken. I think that one's either broken or very dimly lit, or it's broken and it's just taking on the light from
This little lantern.
So here's some stairs, a barrel, and bed frames, for some reason. And some cage things, knocked over counter thingy, with a hacksaw on it. Questionable door that you cannot get to, questionable morgue type things. Oh hey, look, a body! It's a body bag that's been torn open and their innards are just out there. Some handprints, and this thing, this bloody thing. There's a door, and if you look closely at the floor, which a lot of these floors I actually did myself with Silent Hill textures. Some of them aren't seamless, so I have to go in and redo them. There's some cracks in the grating because underneath this is nothingness. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Okay. This is pipe. Some holes in the side. I retextured this operating table and this body, but this body is shiny. And so I didn't want it to be shiny. So I think I have to go and make it shadeless. So this was very difficult. I took some textures from SCP Containment Breach and applied it to this body. This body holding me. And it's supposed to be bloody, charred, whatever, and covered in bloody bandages. So it actually looks pretty cool. Once I take that shine off of it, it'll look better. And over here are some lockers for some reason. A bloody couch for some reason. Some blood for some reason. It's another one of my doors. A gurney. This one looks as though it actually has a person in it, whereas this one looks like it's empty. Let's go into this room. Now this room looks like it might have been just a utility room. It's got a big old hole right there. Some pipes and some washing dryer machines. That. Lockers, cabinets, and I had to put, an obvious homage to Silent Hill because I found Robbie dolls and I was like, oh yeah, we're putting Robbie right there. And
Another rat.
And this chair's broken, obviously. There's some blood, more lockers. This one's been broken open as a suitcase on top. There's a binder and there's some notes. What do they say? We don't know. And a table, a broken cart, lots of alcohol and gasoline. And last but not least, the coup de grace. This room. So, the adult I have, is trapped in here, and I don't remember his name. Now, I had glass fences lining this, but I just changed it to this lower fence to see if that will keep him in, because since this is decor only, he passed right through the bars. So I'm trying to keep him in with fences, and when I had a lower fence, he was able to walk across it, so I'm hoping this one's high enough, because the glass makes it look like there's actually glass in here, where it's just supposed to be bars, which I also retextured. But he has a working toilet, a working shower, a working sink, a chair, and this is actually a couch, which I retextured, so he can take naps on it. He is not a happy man. Here's the skeleton that I retextured. He looks pretty key. There's blood, and there is a fireplace poker sticking through his eye in the back of his skull. Did it go through his eye, or did it go through the back of the skull? We don't know, but it was chained up. It's been there for a long time. Got some hardware stuff, some photographs, which I might retexture. I don't know. I can't really tell the textures. I almost feel like they need to be something that has to do with Paradise Lost. Oh, there's a broken dolly over there. More pipes. This one is an escape. I assume one of the prisoners tried to escape. They had bloody hands, and they got dragged back, which you could see by this little bit. Over here. Go! Oh my god! We got a spade. We've got lots of alcohol. The hugest ashtray I've ever seen. Sketchbooks, tools, blibbity blobbity blue. We even got a sewing kit. And so on and so forth. We got a gas tank, a couch, bloody garbage bag, and a bed, which is not a working bed. Obviously somebody has already occupied it. Another IV. Here's another homage to Silent Hill. Well, it's James's model, but for those of you who are Silent Hill fans, in Silent Hill 2, there is a room you go into where there's a dead body watching a TV. And if you look close enough, it's actually James's model, as is the body in the alley that you find. So it's not as obvious in the game, but whoever made these Silent Hill things ripped the models from the game itself, and it was super cool. Because I also have like 2 models of Maria, and so I'm like, you know what? Even though it's an obvious, Robbie and James are 2 obvious Silent Hill references, I might as well put a body in this torture chair that is one of those torture chairs where you're meant to be here for a long ass time. No pun intended, because that's where you go to the bathroom. So since his blood is coming around here, I put an axe in his neck. And I assume he's been killed recently because this blood is very fresh and it's going into the vent. There's another counter here, and there's another pipe here, and another heater. So, that's all fun in the frickin' sun! Oh, and this is actually a window, and it looks brighter than everything else, so I actually had to build a freaking wall over here to make it dark. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, there are some lights I feel like I should probably make darker. The ones on the outside look really good though. And so far we've got is like water machines and trash and this. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on, and in my inventory is all the trash that I'm gonna scatter around here. Oh my god. I'll be right back. I'm really, really thirsty. So, fences. Let's go back into the Sims 4 camera. It's really hard to switch between the two because then you get used to one and you're like, why can't this camera do the same thing? And then you're all like, oh yeah, because it's not the same camera. Alright, so I'll have to move this one to up. Let's get closer. Getting closer. There we go. And since this is an extra, we can use him. His name is Frederick Billy Bob the 8th. And we're going to put him right over here. Just nestle him right in there. Now, I'm guessing that the prisoner was able to get out of his cell because I have move objects on. But I have a mode where it keeps it on so that I don't have to keep typing it. So I don't think I can actually turn it off and see if that keeps him in. But you know what? Let's go into live mode and see if that small fence keeps him in. Now in reality, normal people could step over it. Let's see if Sims are that smart. Because he was definitely trapped. The problem I have with this household is the fact that I can't keep the kids from going to school, and I can't keep the prisoner from using his phone. His name is Cordell. Alright, so let's go. The more custom content you have, the longer it takes to load. That's okay. Water is the best thing in the world. I hope that's not too loud. Okay. So right now, it's on pause. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find everybody. Oh yeah. This is awesome. Well, it was awesome. It looked like Sydney was telling a story. He was in this pose that was so cool. It looked like he was telling a story to these kids. So we've got Lane, Peyton, Willow, Sam, who's a boy who dresses like a girl. We've got Dakota, who is black and naturally born with blonde hair and blue eyes. And I think that combination is absolutely beautiful. And yes, it does occur in nature, so I'm like, I'm gonna make her like that. Here's Spencer, who is crazy beyond crazy. And then Sydney's a leader. And then there's this infant they named Roxanne. They call her Roxy. They did not know her name because they found her dying face down in a mud puddle. And they saved her. So, what I'm going to do... Cheat need, disable need, decay. Cheat need, disable need, decay. I also have a mod where it allows children to cook. So, alright, so that's 4. Where are you, sir? Oh, for 1. Make happy. Disable need, okay. Peyton's downstairs. Sam, where are you? Sam is a very unhappy boy, because he's obviously been bullied for his choice in dress. He doesn't know his sexual orientation. Not all cross-dressers are gay, so you never know. Still will need the K? Where's Dakota? Oh, hello! And Spencer. Now let's go see our dude, Cordell. Okay. Alright, Cordell. Can you get out of that? I hope you can't get out of that. Yeah, I made him all depressed. Let's look at his traits. Where are his... No! No! Okay, so he was obviously a criminal. Mostly harmless. No, I want him to be harmful. What are his traits? Don't be friendly with any of them. He's gloomy, pathetic, depressed, and dastardly. He's a bad man. So, yeah. Great. I have to... I don't want it to look like there's glass, and I can't edit fences, so I can't make it completely transparent, so it's just invisible. Let's go back into build mode. Ow! Ow! Maybe putting just the short one won't be too bad. Okay. It doesn't look very good, but that's gonna have to just deal for right now. Alright. I don't know where the hell you think you're going. That child doesn't want you. You teleport here. You hear that? You teleport in here. Oh, and the ladder's for... Because, they could, like, pass food in through here. But, like, this is to, like, drop in maybe bigger things or dangerous things. Maybe they have, like, a box of scorpions, you know? Whatever. So let's get... Oh, I have to actually... Oh, he's so sad. Did I not give you demon eyes? They don't have a computer. Okay, the hover effects are annoying me. Hang on. There. Yeah, see? He's using his cell phone. At least he's sad while he's doing it. I wonder if there's a mod to disable death, because I don't want him to die. It's kind of why I left a shower, a toilet, and this thing in there. But he might die of starvation. If I can starve him without making him die, I'm gonna have to look for that kind of mod. Oh, good. Dakota. Okay, so let's look at all their skills. Not skills, but their traits. So children can only have one trait. She's sarcastic. What is... And rambunctious. Sam is depressed and artistic. Willow is also artistic. There's not much that you could do. She's evil. Some of these have others, and since some of them have others that I haven't, designed yet, I'm not really sure if I'm going to include them now that I can add more than 8 Sims. I don't know, man. Okay, Lane is a loner, and he's smart. Peyton is also smart. She's a little overweight. Actually, she's really overweight. And she's a tomboy, so she doesn't wear skirts and stuff. Oh, wrong thing. She's also angry, hot-headed. Sam Spencer is insane. And artistic, because insane people are usually artistic. Sydney is a genius. Oh, God. And he is a master thief. Though I have a mod where any sim can steal. But, you know, whatever. So all of them can steal. Oh, wait. I completely forgot about Roxanne. It's because she's up here. Okay, so she's wild, and she's also independent, so... Huh. Okay. Where are you, anyway? Oh. She's really cute when she's interacting